So they got to come to us writers now to get their new series, to get that new movie. They got to come to the. So I'm telling all my writing friends, man, keep writing like you said, because you never know, man. Just trying to find the next thing, right? So we all talk about being young readers. How do you fight that stereotype that black guys don't read? How do you fight that stereotype? And what do you think about that stereotype? They said, man, y'all guys not reading like that. Y'all not really getting it in like that. What do you say to that?
You know what's so funny? We read a lot. Whether it's getting up on our phone in the morning, looking at Sports Center or whatever, we're reading something. You know what I'm saying? But what really got me is when I moved to Atlanta, and it was a lot of black guys, my color, that couldn't read, my age. And I'm like, I'm trying to sell them this book. And it was like, oh, I can't read. I'm like, are you serious? You know what I'm saying? So instead of me wanting to put my pen down, I wanted to write more. I wanted to be like, well, let me be the reason you want to learn how to read. Let me be the reason you want to learn how to write. You know what I'm saying? Because it hurt me to my heart. And for me, it's like, man, I must have got a okay education. You know, I used to be like, man, I didn't want to grow up in this small town. But it's like, you'll be amazed. And like, for me, if I see a homeless person, he'd be reading. You know what I'm saying? That's like, here you go, man. I got something for you to read. You know what I'm saying? He'll come back. I'll be like, where's my book at? He'd be like, oh, I gave it to my other friend to read. And I gave it to my other friend to read. And so I'm walking around these places, you know, and they like, man, your book, that's you. You wrote that, that's you. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, man, I love that book. When can I get a novel? And they're like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like getting somebody to read, man, regardless. And believe it or not, giving somebody a book of yours to read, whether it's free or not, that's your merchandise. That's your brand right there. That brand is going to spread like a wildfire. And if I'm getting them to read, who else can I get to read? You know what I'm saying? So it's a cycle. So I'm helping somebody else that doesn't have. So I'm always trying to find the next niche to help somebody. Like, man, we can all do this together. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a blessing, man. I don't think sometimes authors think about how we bless other people just by sometimes giving freely, how much a blessing that is. It's not always about making money. It's about, this is your art. This is your talent. Give it to the world. I had a guy tell me one day, he was like, look at that graveyard over there. He said, you see all them people that's laid, all of them was talented, but they never used it. So for me to be able to do that, I was like, man, I don't want to waste my talent on nothing. And I'd be over there 6 feet under. So that was a blessing to me to be able to give back because somebody gave to me. You know, when Richard Wright wrote Black Boy, that's my favorite book. He gave back to me. He let me know what was going on.